All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Before we jump into this one, I do want to show off the chat room a little bit. As you guys know, we've come to the end of the month, and so the tallies are in, and we have a lot of traders here sharing how their month has went. And I'm very proud to say, congratulations to the team. You guys are definitely killing it. There's traders who are using smaller size who are getting better. A lot of people who are buying into the process over profits. So big shout out to the Discord here. And we're going to go through all of these numbers here one by one. We really have to show off the community. I mean, just the consistency, man. The consistency. You got people like MNQ getting it done. Cursey, way to go, way to go. Plus 8K in July. Uh, month of August, 24.5. And guys, feel free to reach out for verification once you do reach the mark of over 25K in gains. All right, we have ZH, way to go. All the purple names are students. And I will say, for anybody who might have ended the month red, it's not a time to be discouraged, but utilize what you're seeing here in the chat room as encouragement, as motivation, and motivation. Stealth getting it done. Dan Shark. I mean, just this is beautiful to see. And for those of you guys who are seeing these consistently green weeks and green months, you want to start to put a little bit of size behind it and start to slowly but surely increase the overall tallies. All right. Judge, size down and had a bit of a rougher month, but we're going to keep at it. We're going to keep working. I do like the transparency and a bit of a rough week here in the second week. 4 red days in a row and a few bigger red days, especially on the 15th, right? So we do have to be careful and not snowball on those days. We want to keep it tight as possible, right? So this was June, July, and then August. So shout out to Dana getting it done. Danny P with a green day. We're looking at those monthly calendars, though. Those monthly calendars. Vegito, also feel free to reach out for verification. Save saying from minus 10K to small red, recovering on the day. I mean, just shout out to the community. Let's scroll down here. Let's try and get some of those monthly calendars. So here we go again. Another one. Logum, 3.4K, man, and this is lovely. Just a few red days. This is exactly what we're talking about. Lucas getting it done. And this month we did see some choppier days earlier, some tricky momentum earlier. Lucas getting it done, plus 28K. Minty, record day today, and record month, 15K. I mean, just way to go, guys. Safe made it back to green and mentioned he had a break-even month, 5.4 on the month. From red, about 30K back to flat. So good recovery there. But we know Safe is capable of 90, 80K months, 100K months easily. Dynasty. These are the guys that were on the team house trip. Dynasty and Minty. These are the two brothers that came on the team house trip in Miami. And look at how these guys are reacting, man. One of the conversations I had with them was share size, stepping it up more consistently. And you can see coming into the end of the month here, they're pushing it. And this is what we love to see, man. $11,000 on the month. Silly Grill, 9.7. Not a student, but getting it done. This is what we like to see as well. Way to go. Moon City. Moon City is where we're all going to be living pretty soon. Moon City. We have another sweet calendar here from Dennis. Dennis, big shout out to you. Day. Or should I say Geo? Geo, way to go. 19th. It seems like it might have been the biggest red day here. Or no, the 16th. 19th and 16th. But overall, good, solid consistency. Definitely continue to keep it tight and keep pushing. Big Steve, man. I couldn't be more proud of Big Steve, bro. I couldn't be more proud of Big Steve. Big Steve is also like a student. Big Steve has been one of the admins here in the community for a while and does have full access to MMU. And we've had countless conversations in the past, and we've envisioned this for him. We saw ourselves doing well. And, as a matter of him taking a step back, taking a bit of a break, and then really diving in fully into his trading and studying. Because Steve was trading for some time and was having some trouble. He took that step back after that year and a half, 2 years, came back fresh and like, you know what, I'm gonna go into this MMU thing and I'm gonna study these trades, going through the classes, and then also watching the archives religiously. Big Steve is watching myself, Marcelo, and Tim Triad. He's watching us trade in our archives, seeing where we're getting in, seeing where we're getting out. And look at Big Steve fly. Look at Big Steve fly. He's flying. He's taking off like a rocket ship. So, again, there are some students using smaller size, right? There are some students using smaller size. Cino, I'll say Cino here. Smaller size, getting it done. Uh, a little more red days than we would like to see. It was at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 red days. A little bit more than we would like to see. So definitely want to continue to keep at it. And I do like that you're overwhelmingly green here, though. It does show that your green days are adding up. And especially on the 13th, way to go. Study up on the 13th, see what it is that you were doing so well on that day, and look to replicate it more consistently. So there's been a lot of congratulations. Marcelo, one of the mentors, $54,000 on the month, and also a $19,000 and $12,000 day. The 16th and the 19th, two massive days. Maybe wasn't that like 30,000 plus? It goes to show you guys, if you really hammer it home on a few good days, sometimes that alone can make the month. Momo Bro had some trouble this month. And red 46 bucks. I like that he kept it tight, but definitely we got to keep working on the consistency. I do like what I'm seeing from some of the green days, but we got to try to get more green days overall, less red days. You got to stay locked in. You got to stay locked in. A lot of the times is that fine detail. Also, you got to make sure to manage your emotions, make sure that you don't get frustrated if you ever start a day red, but you keep your composure, you keep pushing through. Glumford, another chat room member, $18,000 on the month and only one red day. This is what's so impressive to me, man, because I have a few red days myself this month. Some of these guys, they're not even seeing a red day. Minty, Dynasty, Big Steve, these guys, the red day doesn't exist. Cactus Rob, another trader that hardly would have a red day. D Trades getting it done. 7.7K on the month. Calamity, Team House member Calamity, 69,000. And Calamity did have a few red days, but Calamity is a monster, and those green days, they really engulfed those losses, and he's just rocketing. Spaceship, absolute spaceship. Shout out to Calamity, holding it down. Chave asking if he's gonna see a rejection or a breakout here. Breakout or rejection, you definitely know what it is. The breakout is coming. Let me dictate here how this breakout is gonna look, right? It's gonna go just like this. Boom. You think you're going sideways? Rocket. Moon. Moon City. This is the clouds right here. Clouds. And then ascending to the moon. Save, you already know what it is, brother. Let's continue to lock in. Cactus Rob, 13,800 on the month. And again, just 2 red days. These traders are so consistent. Some of them even more consistent than I am in terms of green and red days. I love to see it, man. It really goes to show that attention to detail, that focus, that mindset. We got Danny in the building, 15K chat room member. Also, Warrior Trader. Shout out to Danny, who will sometimes stop by and say hi in the chat room. Shout out to Danny. 15,000 on the month, man. And this guy is also another excellent trader, right? So shout out to the chat room. I have to go through I just can't, man. I can't ignore the greatness that we're seeing here in the community, right? And before I jump into the recap, I'll just go ahead and show you guys my calendar. I'm gonna do a 3-in-1 recap. I think it's only fair that I show my calendar since going over everyone else's. But I'm gonna do a 3-in-1 recap, and I do have to import again because I did add some gains here. Do I want to do that during this recap? I added like 600. Let's see, net versus gross. Gross, where we at? 20. It's okay. We don't have to import another $600. It's not gonna make a difference. So this is where I am on the month, right? 21,000, well, 20,000 net, 21,000 gross. Now, I did have some issues earlier in the month. Coming into the beginning of the month, first week and a half, essentially red. And things were a little tricky, things were a little choppy. And more importantly, my mindset was not where it needed to be. I put out a legendary Q&A session on the 11th, on the, what was it, the 8th? I think it was the 18th. A legendary Q&A session where I spoke about being more aggressive. I highly recommend you guys check out the Q&A session from the 18th. It was more so like a statement of me talking about being more aggressive, why mindset is important, why taking a break is important, coming back rejuvenated, rested, and hungry. For the longest, I was talking about how I just am not feeling the drive to really push the expansion, the conquering, the domination. I just wasn't feeling it for the last few weeks, few months. And it's this thing where I have to force myself, man. This, what you're seeing right now, will not stop. Me being green 2, 3, 4K a day is not going to stop because my mindset is back. Relentless trader is finally being aggressive again. And we're going to destroy. We're going to destroy. We're going to destroy these stocks coming next week, next month. And just keep watching. Just keep watching the show. Enjoy your popcorn. Put on your 3D glasses, and just keep watching. So, after that day, we hit the ground running with a 5K day. And, also thanks to the market, right, for being hot and us being aggressive and really pushing through. So, it was really good to see. But enough of the calendar. Let's jump into today's session. We're already probably pushing 10 minutes plus. Let me double check here. We're pushing 12 minutes. Not bad. Okay, to jump into today's session, today's trading, we had two stocks in particular. And one of the lessons I want to focus on here today is the importance of having redundancy, the importance of having backup. Some people will have backup internet. Others will have a backup PC. Others will have a backup power system. And I do have a power system here to where if my electricity goes off, I have about 2 minutes to exit all positions and secure myself. All right. So on stock TOVX, I go long early here, watching a dip trade into the open, looking for the potential surge. And guess what? All of my monitors, I have 5 monitors right now. All of my monitors go dark instantly out of the blue. Literally my second trade into the day. And I said, you know what? Hey, do not panic. Stay calm. Restart your PC because nothing I did was working. So I restarted my PC. It might have been like a driver issue or graphics card issue, something like that. Restarted my PC. In the meantime, I'm on the app and I'm selling my position. And, it just so happened that I basically sold close to high of day. I sold my position at 7 and 7:05, and the high of day on this stock was 7:15. I was long at 6:30. I was long at 6:30 down here around 9:30 a.m. If we can pull up the log here, I'll show you guys. Man, this was quite the experience here. Actually, let's reset. So right here at 9:30 and 44 seconds I buy, and literally a second or two later, boom, my computer goes dark. I pull up my phone and you can see it took me some time. So all this is to say is that practice exiting positions on your cell phone. Buy one share, go on your phone, sell it. Buy one share, go on your phone, sell it on a stock that's not moving. And with one share size you can't really get hurt. This way you can have a good muscle memory of where to go on the app, what to click to get yourself out right away. It took me like a good minute it took me time to remember, first of all, I could go on the app. And then second, it took time to figure out where to go to hit sell. Right? But it worked out for me. I kept my composure and this turned out to be a 1K trade. So I was definitely happy with that. Now I did miss all the opportunities for the dips. Could I have done better without that lag, without the power outage? I think so. But we'll never know, right? Sometimes you do think you're gonna do well, and then it's choppy or you're red. So I'm grateful to even be green there, not complaining. Sadly, TOVX, one of our main watch list stocks, did sell off after that move up. Moving on to the stock of the day in BNRG. BNRG, guys, this one was absolutely incredible. It was absolutely strong, and it ended up going from 129 to 250 to 250, 129 to 250. We definitely have to say thank you to the market right now because we're seeing some aggression, right? At that time, let's just calculate this including pre-market. We went from, into the open, let's say, we did about, what was that, 80%, 70%, 77%. So this is lovely to see. We started off a little red, and then we had the red to green. 1 minute candle to make the new high over 38. They started to push up with some volume. We got up to 47. Baby pullback right here. This is where we get the pullback without a red candle. And you can notice that there's a dip because there's a high point here of 47. And then this low point down here of 44. This offered a baby pullback. I'm in again, selling higher, 54. And then a beautiful VWAP bounce. Textbook trade here. From 147, we pushed up to 55. It dips, it rips back up. And then from there, it continued all the way to 69 before giving us a beautiful opportunity for another VWAP bounce and a dip trade here going into the 1 minute candle to potentially try to make the new high again. So from 69, we dipped down to 50 at the $0.50. We all, $0.50 and VWAP also coming together there, giving us like that extra layer of support, right? You love those crossover areas like this. We pushed back up to 67 from there, 70 for the new highs, but then it pulled back. And right here, we thought it was backside. We even had a halt going down. I believe we might have had a halt in here as well. I can't remember for sure. I think we did. But yeah, we ended up having backside, or what I thought was backside, and a low of 38. But it came down, it held up, and we had the lower low, but it was a breakdown and reclaim, and then it surged up. And for anybody who took this double bottom entry here on this reclaim with size and was looking to hold, I mean, literally from like 35 straight up to 73. Absolutely monstrous. It got halted up at the highs. It resumed. The resumption a little choppy up at 90. I was in very well here. I can show this trade. I'm in very well for the move. It spikes up and then sadly, this doesn't continue, man. It just doesn't continue. It kind of like comes back down and I miss out on the entry. Let's get the timestamp here. This is going to be at 10:20. At 10. Actually, oh no. You know what? I don't think I got the record. Oh yeah, man. I did not get the recording because when everything froze, when the power went off, I didn't start a new recording. And even this file right here got corrupted because of how it ended. I think this might have been the first 30 seconds. Well, no recording there. But, again, we can study up from Tim, Marcelo, Triad. Man, sometimes I tell you, man, but, it's all good. We're not going to get frustrated. We're going to keep our cool. Remember, we had a good day. I do like to still study up, but, and right now, studying is like, I want to study every day. Every day. Study. Study every day. Review every day, even if you think you don't need to. You'll be surprised. So, anyhow, we continued from this chop. We consolidated here. We had like a flat top. Break of 89, break of 90. What was the high? Yeah, break of 90. We got 95. And a bit of a false breakout, but it held up. It tried again. We got to 2. Pushed up over 2. And then we had a few halts going up. And then a high like 38. Pulled back and then a bigger move. But man, we were scalping relentlessly here. We were scalping in and out, 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 in and out. Not giving this thing a chance to breathe. right? Coming up here, there we go. BNRG 1033. You know, we were trying, taking a couple cents, taking in at 89, out at 93, 94, taking a couple cents, trying. Oh yeah, we had some losses in at 88, out at 83, but you know, just hammering away, every cent right here, 90 to 94, 91 to 95, hammering away till we cannot hammer away anymore, squeezing every bit of juice out of this stock that we could. And then we got the job done, man. But guys, you know, as I'm up here, I definitely want to remind you guys of the risks of trading. Remember that day trading is risky. Day trading is hard. Day trading is not easy, and it takes a lot of time to learn. So if you're new to the markets, remember, even if you're not new, even if you're someone who's been around for years and you're having a hard time, remember, it's best to use smaller size. It's best to use simulators. It's best to use risk money until you become competent and experienced, until you're seeing consistency. If you're not consistently making decent money with small size or big size, it doesn't make sense to use. It doesn't make sense to be aggressive, all right? Make sure that your tuition is low. As you're going through the learning curve, make sure that you're not spending and burning money. Is day trading a hard and risky field? Of course it is. Nothing great in this world is easy. So the way that you can give yourself longevity and the way that you can limit your exposure is to trade small. Imagine there's a field where you have a simulator that's the exact thing as the live market that you can use to build experience. Imagine a pilot having an artificial cockpit. That is what you have with the simulators. Some people say, hey, I don't have any feelings in the simulator. Use 5 shares, use 10 shares, use 1 share. Do you have the discipline to use 5 shares, 10 shares, 1 share? Do you have the discipline? Can you treat this seriously enough to use 10 shares and not because your account is over PDT? Oh, today's a hot day and going up 10,000 shares, boom, you're at it. Are you willing to buy into process over profits? Process over profits. Are you willing to buy into process over profits? If you're willing to do that, then you can learn at a very low cost, giving yourself time and keeping more money in your account. We can't stress it enough here in the community, you know, but there's going to be people who might watch this video that's going to clicked off already. To hell with this guy, you know. Those are the people that are going to go only in one place, and it's the depths. But for those people who are willing to put ego to the side, who are willing to go slow, slowest is the fastest way. Slowest is the fastest way. Doing this stuff right here, these numbers didn't happen right away. 2.5 years of nothingness before even starting to see green, guys. Don't come to this channel today and think I was born in the womb with a computer screen and just trading. No, I was you know, a beginner like everyone else. Took time. All right, keep that in mind. So hit that thumbs up. Enjoy the long weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday as it's Labor Day here coming up. Labor Day weekend here in the States. Be sure to study up. I'll be studying up on Monday, and I might do another Q&A session on Monday towards the evening, just for motivation and encouragement, you know, for us to be ready to go. But I'll see you guys, man. Enjoy, and I'll catch you later. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. See you next time. And oh, let me not forget, I almost forgot. Coupon code station coming to an end. Coupon code station coming to an end. Your last chance to get involved in MMU if you're interested in learning this hyper scalping style, and also if you are looking forward to potentially winning a traveling trading setup, a portable setup. We are going to give away setup just like you see here in the pictures and in our short form content, right? The team house content. We're going to give away a portable setup. That way, you know, one of you newer students can really have some good equipment and can help you out in your journey towards profitability. All right. With that being said, it's been RT. It's been a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.